the land of Dawn. Show your support here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to jump into the land of Dawn. Well, for game 3. Land of Dawn, here we go.
Let's dive into the land of Dawn to see, once again, Geek Slate versus Alter Ego. Based on the draft, Arashi, who's it gonna be?
Oh man, I feel like honestly, on paper it's gonna be Alter Ego, right? They have more of a complete team fight situation, but if the execution in the early game can be solid from Geek, this could go their way as well. I'm gonna lean more towards Alter Ego.
Let's see who will grab it. Gotta say, I really like Geek Slate composition though. Boy will have that Purify Miracle. Kadira will still have that Flicker. It seems like, oh, Silly Boy failed to secure that jungle camp. Arasi now will look for the stun. Connected.
That's a stun connecting. A boy now still having the Purify, not going to be able to use it just yet. Pops it finally to get out of the stun coming in from Udil as Beloy provides the cover. The boy still trying to dish out damage onto Udil, but needs to be very careful here. They decide to walk back, and it's Geek Slate losing in the 2v3 early on.
That Barat's pick right here, just swinging things in balance of Alter Ego. Honestly, it's a great fit for Sally Boy as well. He does not like backing away. He wants to be aggressive. And without the Fredrin, it's going to be... we'll have to see if it can actually match up to Janna on his Fredrin for now. But in the early game, these ganks are paying dividends, and Luke right now, for a turn, is being pressured by the jungle gank.
I mean, Janna's pattern, it seems like, especially his series, has been very, very brilliant right now. He catches Rassi a little bit off guard here, but 10 seconds to the next level. Oh, something is happening.
That's going to be first blood for Pi. Selly Boy finds that to this welcome onto Beloy. And that's the thing about the Kufra here. High risk, high reward.
Seems like now with the setup here with one man earlier down, Alter Ego will have the better setup here. And it's clear, Selly Boy now committing on towards it, but Janna is hovering in that area as well, looking for the steel caps.
Luke jumping in all the way. A boy going to be slain right there. That's going to be the retribution battle, and Selly Boy wins it. Rossi picks up the kill, a double kill actually. Whoa. On the Atlas. Purple buff going to be stolen away by Selly Boy as well. A disaster for Geek Slate early on.
Ooh, we've seen them recover from this kind of situation before, but it's looking really tough right here. And Alter Ego, like we mentioned for Geek Slate in game number 2, their late game isn't even that bad either. So it's going to be a bit dangerous if Geek Slate keep on going with the same kind of momentum here. They have to find a way to, I don't know, avoid a big fight and not let Rossi get the big engages on the Atlas. Anyway, it's more of a one-dimensional hero, so it might really favor Rossi, who just struggles to find the more reactive, the more flexible, intuitive play.
It seems like here both teams are setting something up in the gold lane. Beloyski will not commit for an engage. And Alter Ego, they were ready if they really want to fight now. 4-man rotation, let's see.
With their airstrike zoning Chidera away, Selly is going to be brought back to the team with a Shadow Stampede. Chidera putting some stacks down as Beloy will charge up that Tyrant's Revenge. But again, it's just Alter Ego who gets a winning trade here. More resources spent for the side of Geek Slate. And they'll just take the lead, they'll take the advantage.
Whoa.
Only Wawa and Mirko voting for Geek Slate. So if the Miracle Blessing is correct, we're gonna see a Geek Slate 2-1. But we'll have to see, because right now Alter Ego, they're just being aggressive right here, and there's no real solution to the tankiness of both Rossi and Selly Boy in these big skirmishes.
Again, it's still unclear, but Alter Ego establishing a very healthy early game here for, well, 2,000 gold lead, 4 minutes in. And Selly Boy, he wants to contest this purple buff perhaps, but no, ball tied.
Solo kill, Luke flickers out, almost a solo kill by Pi. And again, this winning lane for Alter Ego doing so much for them. They're really playing into their keys to victory this time around.
In the mid lane roam as well from Udo, it's just so much more annoying compared to a boy, at least for now, until later on in the mid game. But that's all they need. If they keep snowballing like this, and they can shut down some of the laners like Luke, like a boy, or even Chidera in that gold lane, then Alter Ego can have a very smooth sailing victory towards the end of the game.
You're right. I mean, it seems like Alter Ego, they're very much in control now, 5 minutes in. Geek Slate, they're struggling to find any sort of play here. And yeah, they can't really play around much in that EXP gold lane as well. Top side, Rasi will always be there in time with that perfect match. Very hard here for Geek Slate to find. Perhaps they really want to play around Jana here, like this.
Definitely welcome on the Jana, but now it's going to be Beloy who finds the time for and the Rage. That's the call Ultra plays down, but look at the AoE damage. And the Fatal Links onto floor. A big smack in the face for Alter Ego towards Geek Slate.
Whoa, the alley-oop from Rasi was huge. The 4-man catch. And it was another 4-man kill for Alter Ego.
Can you believe it? A defensive reactive Atlas who doesn't engage but waits for the right moment to counter. Look at this. Everyone jumping to try and capitalize on Udo, but they get zoned, they get bursted down initially, and then afterwards with no called altar available. That is the Fatal Links that has been so notorious. And in a weird way, I keep saying it, it really fits how Rasi plays, and you can see why a lot of teams ban this Atlas against Alter Ego.
He's a carry, 3-0-3, the most kills on the team.
Well, it seems like very deadly now. Geek Slate, though, they need to be careful. Do not force a fight that is unnecessary. But Jana
going to be caught in the Deathless Welcome and the stun. Rasi recalling in his face. Jana falling to the hands of Nino.
Nice.
Geek Slate currently outplayed. Beloy with the Time's Revenge and the Rage, but the combo will not be right there. Nino going to be chunked quite a bit by the torn apart memory. But again, Rasi is just waiting, has the ultimate, has the flicker play to go for it. Luke going to be caught in the Fatal Links. Meanwhile on the back line, Pi finds the killing spree. Luke going to be able to flicker out with the final slash as well. Still able to sustain for a bit, but it's a killing spree for Udil. And Chidera does not deal enough damage to do anything at this point of the game. 6 minutes, and it's Alter Ego with an 11-kill lead.
They're lost here, and Alter Ego will secure another neutral objective for Boy. Need to be careful here. He's a fair miss on the burst damage. It's pretty insane, but Geek Slate, they look lost.
They have no idea how to deal with this. They can't engage first because the Black Dragon form is available. They can't outrange Alter Ego because of the Farsa in Udil's hands. And if they go and die for Nino to ensure that they have a DPS advantage, knowing that they have a lack of DPS on a Brody, Rasi gets a very easy 4 or 3 or 4 or even 5-man Fatal Links, and that is just not what they want. So Alter Ego, I feel like that final Atlas pick just completely threw off Geek Slate, and they don't really have a solid plan on what to do right here. But even if Beloy gets a 5-man engage, they have no guarantee that Rasi cannot survive the initial burst and engage back on them.
It seems like that Diggy ban from Geek Slate actually backfired. Alter Ego, they're exploring in the mid side. Let's see.
Again, Jana going to be caught, has the dash to get out right now as Rasi looks for a play, has the Fatal Links as well, and the flicker. He's going to go for it, he finds a 3-man Fatal Links to bring them back into the Furious Dive. Nino picks up a double kill, and Geek Slate, all they can do is look for a tier 1 down below. Geek Slate down 14-0.
Rinse and repeat here, it seems like Arashi from Rasi from Alter Ego.
He just waits for everyone to use up their spells, and then he just goes in for the flicker and the ultimate. As you can see, it's still very much a reactive playstyle. I can't believe it, man. Outlaws is usually known to be the main engager for a wombo combo, but now it seems like Alter Ego, they have read through this. They might have saw it, but now this is going to be dangerous for Geek Slate.
A disaster. Chidera trying to walk away. Beloy going to be able to pop in the bouncing ball right now. Nino's going to be chunked low. The Torn Farm Memory going to be popped in as he flickers out of range, but it's only on to Sally Boy, who recalls on his corpse.
Oh my goodness. Alter Ego. Now they're leading 8,000. It was Geek Slate. Game 1, Game 2. Mostly, right? For the most part, they were the ones leading that game, controlling the early and mid. Take a look at Alter Ego now in Game 3. They managed not just improve their game plan, they managed to win it on all fronts.
Remember, in the late game later on, Geek Slate doesn't scale either. There's going to be a bit more of an opportunity later on for Alter Ego to maybe make a mistake when they're sieging for the base, right? That's where Geek Slate has a bit of a chance. But as of right now, not a single kill, not a single solution to any play. The best Geek Slate can do is trade. But even then, Alter Ego, I don't think they're willing to let Geek Slate get anything at all. Any kind of maneuver will be absolutely punished.
Not looking good here. 10,000 gold lead almost in 10 minutes of the game. And Geek Slate, yeah, they're just turtling now. They can't really do much as Alter Ego. They can't force a fight. They can force that skirmish as well. Let's see though, with this Lord push, what are they going to achieve?
Man, I really feel like Chidera, as iffy as it is, I think it requires a bit of security. Maybe a Purify looks weird, but that's better than just not being able to participate in any fights at all. With the Lord right here, Alter Ego are going for it. Black Dragon form.
Look at the feathered airstrike. That was one shot on the Chidera. This might just be the base turret falling down in the first, with the first Lord. A boy brought back right there by Silly Boy using the missiles. But the Lord will be taken care of. Geek Slate still 0 deaths on the board. Alter Ego.
Wow, you're right.
With a 10.8k gold lead. This is more than just a stomp.
I didn't even notice. 0 kills for Geek Slate in the first 11 minutes of the game. And things are not looking good. Who will die first? Will an Alter Ego member fall here in this game? Let's see the offense.
Rossi with the perfect match now, jumping onto Jana. That's going to be Beloy who looks for it, but is only going to be able to find Rossi. The main tank right now is after final flash connecting onto a lot of members. Geek Slate looking to play. They're actually going to be able to find a lot of damage right now as Nino's going to be sinking very, very low. What in the world just happened? It's a 3 for 2 for the side of Chidera. He finds another. It's a 4 for 2. You might as well call it a wipeout here as Pi is trying to survive. Jumps into Petrify and the Furious Die, but he's getting brought back right now as he pops in a Black Dragon form. Pi going to be able to outplay for now. Walking down into the mid lane. Geek Slate have found a 4 for 3. Chidera is looking for the final kill now as Pi jumps in once again. Chidera with the damage, with the call Alter. Pi is gonna fall to the hands of Chidera, but not just yet. Pi actually surviving for a bit longer, but will be shut down in the end.
Oh my goodness, what a response, a Geek Slate. Sure, they lost the base turrets, but they managed to finally find a play. What happened, Arashi?
Out of 0 kills, out of nowhere, 5 kills. Essentially, a unofficial wipeout for Alter Ego. Everyone taking 1 death, everyone giving their bounties up to Geek Slate. They just were overconfident fighting under the turret, and Nino and Udil, they just used their spells already, and Geek Slate were able to go back, get a bit more HP, and come back at it even stronger. And Alter Ego, man, they just didn't respect the potential. Now, shoes on the other foot, they jump onto Sully Boy, but they don't really have enough damage just yet.
They're going to be very careful right now. Udil has the feather airstrike. Will choose to pop it just in a bit. Rossi is looking for a play. He doesn't have the flicker. He does have it in 10 seconds, though. If they really want to make the miracle play happen, the comeback happen, what do they have to do?
It's a go for a contest right here.
It's your play now. Luke going to be able to actually disengage for now. Jana walks back in. The Retribution battle comes through. It's going to be Sunny Boy who secures it. The Cult Altar is ready by a boy, but Jana will lose his life. A boy still able to run away with a Shadow Stampede, and Geek Slate will be able to disengage. Beloy's looking for it. Jumps in with a Tyrant's Revenge, not finding anyone. Rossi with no damage. Beloy going to be able to flicker back into it. Nino popping with nature. Jadera's going to be able to free hit right now as he pops into Torn Prime Memory. Udil taking low. Sunny Boy, 1 HP. A boy looking for the play. Pops in a Stampede. Not able to find a single kill, but Geek Slate have hit them so hard that they will not be able to utilize the Lord as much as they could before.
Solid execution there by Alter Ego, right? Securing the Lord, also winning in that team fight. But Loisky there, he forced himself on towards the fight. And it's just not looking good for Geek Slate. Now they have to defend though. It might be just a 2-minion wave push. But can they go for the end?
I don't think so, man. Geek Slate will have enough damage to clear this out unless Alter Ego makes a big fight happen. But even then, having a Cult Altar means that there's another card up Geek Slate's sleeve, and they will be able to use it. And now look at this, Beloyski waiting for a chance. Look at Rossi using the Fatal Link so early on in the fight.
Exactly, only onto Jana. He does fall, but look at Chidera. He's going to be able to push out so much damage right now. He doesn't pop into Torn Apart Memory just yet, holding onto it. as the Lord has been dealt with. Now the mini waves coming in the mid lane and the bottom lane needs to be cleared out. Rossi with a perfect match. Once again now looking for the play, but he does not have the fatal links. He has the flicker. But like you mentioned, Arashi, he went in for a single man for Jana QT as well. It was not the carry.
In a way, you get the idea. Altrigo wants to get a pick off so they can actually get more later on, but it's just, I feel like there's more value in him just holding it. As Voloisky now goes for a play, but he gets counter-engaged on by Altrigo.
Raven Links coming in. A boy with a Purify, beautifully placed. Once again, though, this does give the chance to Beloy to look for a play. Celebi going to be knocked up right now. So Udal's going to be stunned down. That's going to be Janero finds the kill. But away reflection by Udal. Clutch right there. Still able to escape. Now it's going to be Luke who jumps in. Going to be able to find the damage. And Celebi jumps over to that as well. But the call Alter is right there. Luke going to fall in the back. But still, it's Geek Slate somehow, winning in the team fight. Nino flickering out to safety. Rossi now with a perfect match. Getting out. But the tournament from Chandera finds the double.
My goodness, Candera. He's activated in minute number 15, finding the double.
No way!
Can they end? No. 20 seconds to the next floor, perhaps. That is going to be their main agenda. But two mid turrets here in the mid will fall, perhaps. A baser. Oh, Voloisky.
Pi gonna be chain CC'd. Rossi with the fatal links. 1-3 finds the save in the game. And that's gonna be Jana who's forced to run away. Beloy who's going to fall to the passive from Pi. And the Enhanced Lord has just spawned back in. Jana gonna be right out. Rossi with the perfect match. But Jana gets out barely, just an inch there, a pixel away.
Wow, what a match we got here, Arashi. It's 1-1, but Alter Ego now has more than enough space to secure the Lord, potentially the last Lord.
Geek Slate, they had to take everything they can when they had the opportunity, and unfortunately, they were going for the base turret. They did not realize Udil was up. Rossi just engaged and gets a very clean, essentially 3-man combo. And of course, now they're caught up. But there's going to be very limited amounts of time where they're going to be able to find Udil in the back line, get those messy, confusing fights where they can get an advantage like that. Man, speaking of which, Nino on the carry, full item build at this point, but you don't see him actually being that big of a threat because everyone from Geek Slate can be a lot more dynamic. Everyone can dash. Everyone makes the damage happen without showing it too much. So Nino is confused. And he can't really react to a lot of these plays happening in time. So usually it's on the shoulders of Udil to threaten and follow up on a lot of that damage. But if he gets picked off like that, it just won't be possible.
How do they defend this now with Enhanced Lord marching down in the mid lane? 3 minion waves crashing in. It looks impossible for the side of Geek Slate as the base is wide open. A boy going to be able to pop the call. Ultra as Jana is in the midst of it all now, jumping in, dealing so much damage with the Rossi. Finds the fatal link. Luke's still in the midst of it all now, jumping into the back line. Nino going to be chain CC'd by Luke, but Nino finds the damage, enough to take them down. The Lord is 1 HP. A boy still able to defend for now as he jumps into the Shadow Stampede now onto Pi. Immortalities popping left and right, but Alter Ego will silence Geek Slate in a 2-1 victory.
The Underground Kings, and take a look at Rossi. He is more than ready to show and flex his muscle off in this match.